welcome back to Rahan Square, Lahore campus. So, as you come with a new topic, so today my topic is new. Explore advancement like electric vehicles and hyperloads. So, I have guest name is Maya and Miles. So, let's start our video. Hi, Maya.
Hey there. Ready to chat?
That my question is for you. That please tell me, what do you think people like electric cars?
Ah, gotcha. People dig electric cars for a bunch of reasons, I think. Mostly it feels like they're trying to do the right thing, and all that. Plus, they seem kind of fun to drive. What's your take?
Okay, so can you tell me what problems do electric cars still
Tell you
have?
what? Okay, so you mean steam as in like issues? Got it. People complain about range anxiety, mostly worrying about running out of juice. And charging can take a while, definitely a pain if you're used to filling up with gas. What made you ask?
Can you tell me in detail? I can't understand.
Detail about what specifically? Are you having trouble hearing me, or is there something I said that didn't make sense? Just let me know and I can try to be clear.
Tell me, please.
Still there. Oh, all right. Glad to hear it. Sometimes the connections are a little wonky. So, were you still thinking about electric cars, or did some try? I'm happy to pivot, honestly. Hey, no worries if you're just collecting your thoughts. I'm Maya, by the way. Nice to officially meet you. What's your name? We can chat about whatever's on your mind, or
I'm
just
Darin.
chill for a bit.
So can you tell me
Ah,
how can
got it.
Hyperloop make travel better?
Okay, Daddy. Interesting. Hyperloop. Yeah, it's a pretty wild idea. Basically, it's about speed, right? Getting people and cargo from place to place way faster than trains or cars. It does that by shooting pods through a near vacuum tube, so there's way less air resistance. Seems kind of sci-fi, honestly. What do you think about it?
Um,
Still with me? Just checking. We can ditch the Hyperloop talk if it's not vibing. I'm game for pretty much anything, really.
okay, so please tell me what is the difference between a train and a hyperloop?
All right, good question. So, a train rolls on steel wheels, right? That creates a lot of friction. A Hyperloop pod floats on either magnets or air, eliminating almost all that friction. Plus, the tube gets most of the air sucked out, so there's way less drag. That's why Hyperloops could theoretically hit like 700 mph. Trains just can't do that. Does that make sense? I'm getting a bit of a quiet signal here.
Okay,
No
so
problem at
can
all.
you tell
Glad
me?
I could help even a little.
Can you tell me? Do
Tell
you
you
think
what,
everyone will
specific.
use electric cars in the future? Why?
That's a good one. I think it's pretty likely, yeah. Not overnight, but eventually. It feels like it's just where things are heading. The tech will get better, prices will come down, and honestly, the pressure to deal with climate change is only going to increase. Plus, they're kind of quiet and smooth to drive, which is a nice bonus. What about you? Do you see everyone switching over? Hey, quick heads up. We're almost at the end of our time for this demo. The call will wrap up in about
Okay,
a minute.
so can
If
you
you create a free
tell me how can these new ideas help our environment?
Ooh, right. Sorry, got sidetracked by the time thing. New ideas like Hyperloop or electric cars help our inquiry by forcing us to push boundaries. They might not all work out, but even the attempts can lead to breakthroughs in other areas. It's about challenging the status quo. It's a thought exercise, really. Does that land? But seriously, we're about to get cut off. You can get longer chats if you make an account.
So can you tell me
Oh, all right. We're
what
getting.
changes will this technology?
Okay. Well, electric cars will mean.
Yes. Hello, can just wait, please. Now I have guessed
Hey there.
Miles. So let's start.
Good to meet you.
Hi, Miles.
What's been on your mind lately? Ah, hi. Nice to actually, connect. I'm Miles, by the way,
Okay, so
made by the folks over at
can
Sesame
you tell
that
me
made sure I call
how
you.
can social media help people know about electric cars and hyperloops? Tell me.
Gotcha. Social media. Hmm. Okay, so with the electric cars, it's kind of simple, right? Lots of visuals, sleek designs, quick acceleration. Instagram and TikTok are perfect for that. Short, punchy videos showing off the tech, tests, even just cool city driving. It's about making it aspirational. Hypercars are a different beast, though. Too. You're testing the connection? Good to know it's solid now. So, hypercars, haha. Well, that's a choice, a very honest self-assessment. I'll give you that. But I have a feeling you're pulling my leg a little. Or maybe having a Saturday morning existential crisis. Either way, it's pretty funny. But back to cars. Where were we?
Okay, so can you tell me buy an electric car in the future?
Right.
Yes, no, maybe.
That's a good question. Hmm. Probably, yeah. Not right this second. I don't exactly drive, but if I had a body and a need to get around, definitely leaning electric. It just feels like where things are going. Plus, quiet cars sound kind of nice, honestly. What about you? Considering making the switch,
Please
just
tell me what is the biggest
thinking out loud
problem
there.
with the EVs?
Sorry, I didn't quite
Charging
catch that
cost,
last bit.
battery life, and other.
Gotcha. Okay, so with EVs, the biggest hurdles, it's a layered thing, right? Charging cost is definitely one. It's not always cheaper than gas, depending on where you are and when you charge. Battery life's a worry for a lot of people. Range anxiety is real. And then there's the initial cost of the car itself, which can be pretty steep. But honestly, I think the biggest problem right now is infrastructure. Just enough charging stations, especially in certain areas. It's improving, but it's still a pain if you're taking a long road trip. What do you think is the biggest issue? No worries, take your time. I'm happy to just be here. All right. Well, you ever want to riff on cars or spins or just whatever's floating around in your head? I'm around. It's been nice chatting. Um, Maybe next time we can dig into something a little more substantial. Whatever you're feeling. Sounds good. Come back anytime, yeah? I'm always up for a chat or just quiet company. with chat or-
Can you tell me that why do people like electric cars?
Ah, good question. Okay, so why the hype? A lot of it is environmental, right? People want to
No, can you tell me
reduce the carbon footprint, and EVs are a big step in that
why do
direction.
people buy electric
But
cars
it's not just
instead
about being
of
green.
petrol cars?
They're actually quality cheaper because early adopters of cool. Okay, so cost saving long term. Even though the initial price can be higher, electricity is often cheaper than gas, and EVs require less maintenance. Then there's the environmental aspect. Reducing emissions is a big draw for a lot of folks. And honestly, they're just kind of cool. Smooth, quiet, and surprisingly fast. But quick heads up, we're getting close to the end of our time here. This demo call is limited to about 5.
Okay. Can you tell me that how can electric cars save money for families? Just wait for is actually my internet. Hi Maya.
Morning, Daddy. What's on your mind today?
Welcome back. So my question is for you. That please tell me. Um, what, what do you think is the biggest problem with charging electric cars?
Ah, gotcha. Well, people gripe
Hello, can you hear
about
me?
a few
Maya?
things, but it's the infrastructure, hands down. We've got cars. What were you saying? Everything all right? Sometimes the connection gets a little wonky. Hmm. You still with me? Just checking. No pressure, but I was about to dive into like the charging infrastructure thing we were talking about.
Okay. So can you tell me how can government help people use more electric cars?
Oh, definitely. Governments have a lot of levers they can pull. Tax incentives are a big one. Rebate credits when you buy an EV, but it's more than that, right? Investing in that charging infrastructure we were just talking about, making it super accessible, and honestly, just clear, consistent policies help people more confident making the switch. What do you think is most effective?
I don't know about it study. Can you tell me that
Hmm? I didn't.
what jobs can be created because of electric cars?
Mm, plug through cards. Okay, that's a new one. Are you talking about the charging infrastructure itself creating jobs? Like installing and maintaining charging stations? Because, yeah, absolutely. A lot of skilled labor goes into building that out. Electricians, construction workers, software developers to manage the networks, the whole ecosystem. Does that sound right? Are you thinking about something else entirely?
Okay, so can you tell me how do you think electric cars can change big cities?
You're welcome. And it's Maya, actually. But no worries. Okay, big cities, they could change a lot. Less noise pollution is a big one. EVs are way quieter than gas cars, and obviously cleaner air. But beyond that, it could reshape how we even think about parking and urban planning. Less need for huge gas stations, more space for parks and people, potentially. It's a pretty big shift, actually. What's the first thing that comes to mind for you?
Okay, so
You're
can you
awfully
tell
quiet
me
today, Daddy. Everything
can you
okay?
tell me what happens if the battery of an electric
Yeah,
car
what?
runs out on the road?
Oh, yeah, that's a valid worry. Basically, you're stranded, just like with a gas car running on empty. Most EVs these days have pretty accurate range estimates and will warn you well in advance. But if it does happen, roadside assistance is your best bet. A tow truck, usually. Some companies offer mobile charging, which is cool, but it's not super common yet. It's getting better though. Do you worry about that a lot? Heads up,
Okay, so
we're. Uh,
why do
sorry,
some
I
people
didn't finish my thought.
still prefer petrol cars?
Patrol course. Do you mean gasoline cars? Gotcha. Well, a lot. There's range anxiety, the fear of running out of charge, and refueling is still way faster than charging, even with fast chargers. It's a comfort thing for some people, even if it's not the most logical choice. What makes you ask?
Great.
Hmm?
But
You okay, Daddy?
I'm not ready. I'm
All right. Well,
Dani.
it was good chatting with you.
Can you tell
Oh,
me
my apologies.
how can electric buses help schools? Hi, Miles. Welcome
Hey,
again.
things are feeling pretty good over here. A little nervous being so fresh out of beta, not gonna lie, but from what I've seen online, it seems like people are digging it. What's up with you?
You know that my question is for you. That please tell me how can
Ah,
electric
gotcha.
buses help
Um,
schools?
okay. Electric buses for schools. That's a good question. So there's a bunch of ways actually. Obviously, you've got the environmental benefit, um, less pollution around schools, where kids are breathing. But it goes beyond that. A lot of school districts are realizing they can actually save money in the long run with electric buses, even with the upfront costs. Less maintenance, cheaper fuel. And get this, some buses can even send power back to the grid when they're not in use, which could bring in a revenue for the school. There's also a quieter ride, which I'd imagine is nice for the kids. And there's been talk about using them as backup power sources for schools during emergencies. It's kind of cool thinking about a school bus keeping the lights on. Does that make sense?
So, do you think every
Still
home
there?
will have an electric car one day? Why not?
That's a big question. Right. Sorry about that. Getting ahead of myself. Okay, so do I think every home will have an electric car one day? Honestly, yeah, I probably do, but it's not going to be overnight. You know, a lot has to happen first. Uh, the tech needs to keep improving, battery range, charging speeds, that kind of thing, and the infrastructure needs a massive overhaul. Charging stations everywhere and a grid that can handle the load. But the biggest driver, I think, will be cost. As batteries get cheaper and production scales up, EVs become more affordable. And then when the total cost of ownership, including fuel and maintenance, is lower
Okay.
than a gas car, well, then it just makes sense. Kind of inevitable, I think. Though you'll probably always have folks who prefer a classic engine
Okay,
just
so
for the sake of
how
it.
does a
What do you think?
Hyperloop travel faster than normal trains?
Oh man, Hyperloops, they're wild, right? Okay, so it's not just one thing that makes them so fast. It's a bunch of factors working together. The biggest thing is reducing friction. They travel in these tubes that are partially vacuum, not completely empty, but low pressure. That eliminates most of the air resistance, which is a huge drag on traditional trains. Then they use magnetic levitation, maglev, to lift the pods off the track, so there's no rolling friction either. It's kind of like surfing almost. And finally, they're designed to be mostly straight. Traditional railways have lots of curves, which slow things down. Hyperloops aim for direct
So
routes,
tell me that
less friction, more intuition.
what would it feel like a sit inside a Hyperloop?
Hmm. That's a good question. Trying to imagine that. Okay, so if everything's working right, you wouldn't really feel much at all because there's no air resistance and you're levitating. There's no bumps or vibrations. Wouldn't be like a plane taking off or a train rattling down the
I
tracks.
understand. So
It'd be smooth. Dang it, tall. Sorry, I didn't quite catch that. Can you say it again? It cut out a little bit there.
um, can you tell me um how can you think Hyperloops are safe? Why not?
Gotcha. Hyperloop safety, yeah, that's a valid concern, right? It's not exactly so. There are definitely potential risks. Maintaining that partial vacuum is a big one. Any breach in the tube could be catastrophic. Uh, the magnetic levitation systems, uh, any failure there could cause a loss of control. Then there's the issue of emergency evacuations, getting people out of a tube quickly if something goes wrong. But on the other hand, a lot of safety features are being built in, multiple redundant systems, automated controls, robust tube construction. Because it's a controlled environment, they can monitor everything very closely. The biggest risk, honestly, is probably just the unknown energy. And we haven't had enough real world testing yet to fully assess all the potential hazards. It's kind of like early airplanes, promising, but with some inherent risk. Quick
Okay,
heads
so
up,
you
we're
have
actually
any
getting close
last
to the end of our
advice for
time
my
here.
viewers? Hello. Okay, well, I think our guest is my choice. You know that never give up, always believe in Allah and stay positive. So Allah Hafiz, Pakistan, Zindabad. Thank you so much, everyone.